Hey, it's Jay, and welcome to my workshop today. It is a total disaster zone, let me show you. And this is pretty much every day in the workshop is just piles of projects. Well, one, I just like making stuff and I cannot be stopped. But also, I sell stuff and I have a Patreon, and I think I want to show you the projects that I make for my patrons. So let's get started on this month's project. Spoilers, here's the end result. Isn't it a pretty baby? I have a mug press and I have a printer and inks and all of that. But there's something special about this project. These are mugs I got for 50 cents at the thrift store, and I've heard if you spray them with polyurethane, they will become usable in the mug press. So let's test it out.
Sexy safety time. All right, here is our test mug. Let's give it a go.
We need to load our sublimation paper into our freshly converted sublimation printer. And here's our design, all inverted of course, but we are going to go ahead and do the black version. Okay, so let's try printing this. Woo! Actually printed. Now you can see there's still some lines, so it probably needs to clean the print heads a few more times. So let's do the purple design. All right, the purple printed up much nicer, except I think my printer's mildly haunted and bleeding. I'm guessing that the red ink is leaking a little, but it's a problem for future JDOT. I think right now we'll just do this one. So I do have regular sublimation mugs, which is what this is. I just want to show you what it's supposed to do so we end up with a product like this and not like this mug I absolutely ruined. Sublimation mug, sublimation paper, sublimation inks, heat-proof tape. Very important because the mug press gets up to like 400 degrees, and that's what happened to that other mug. It scorched the crap out of the tape and stuff I was using. So let's get this bad boy in the mug press. And we got our temperature going up, and that's how long it's going to press for. So let's get our mug in there while it heats up. Okay, and we do want to wait till it hits temperature before we close up the mug. And there she blows. And when the countdown is done, we'll grab our oven glove and pull it out and see what it looks like. When I pulled it out of the mug press, it's still very hot, but let's see if we can get that paper off. Just a little X-Acto knife and ta-da! How cute is that? That's what it's supposed to look like when it's done well and correctly on the correct kind of mug with the correct paper and tape and ink and everything. Super cute, and these are going to end up going to my patrons. But we still have the experiment with the polyurethane to finish, so we should go check on that. Okay, so we have all of these mugs that I made for patrons. Unfortunately, when I did get the black to print, it didn't turn out perfect, but this one did. Hi. But this is not the experiment. This works. This works. This is our experiment. This is what I hit with a couple coats of polyurethane. It's like mildly tacky, but I feel like some soap and water would probably wipe that off, but I'm not going to bother. Let's get this taped up and into the mug press and see if we get anything out of it. All right, got it taped on there. Mug press is heating up, so we will just slide this mug in there. Let the press heat up. Alrighty, let's see how this goes. I could see some blowout down here, which was expected, but let's get this paper off. Before I get the paper off, there's a lot of discoloration, and you can see where I scraped it, so I'm not holding out hope for this experiment. If you ignore the horrifying discoloration, it definitely got on the mug underneath that polyurethane there. And just to do a comparison, that's with an actual sublimation mug, so already not super excited about it, but let's see if it scratches. All right, so let's try and just scrape a little here. Oh yeah, that comes right off. Absolutely. worthless. But good news, I'll be able to run it through the dishwasher and get it clean as new again and just have a cheap thrift store mug to have around the office. So the polyurethane didn't work out, but the sublimation mugs do, and they're more expensive than buying thrift store mugs, but not by enough that I think it's going to be a problem. So thanks for tuning in. Remember to take your meds. Don't be afraid to experiment, and have a great day.